Coach, thanks for joining me today. First off, had a little break here. How was your break, and do you think it came at a good time for you guys?
Well, I thought break did come at a good time for us. It's the NHL season is a grind, but for me personally, it was mentally refreshing. Go home, be a dad, drop kids off at school, take them to sporting events and activities, and being able to sit at home and watch some movies with the kids.
The break came a little after 2 months since you were hired as the Blues head coach. Through that 2 months, what did you learn as being the head coach here in St. Louis?
I think there's a couple of things that jumped out at me. Is one, the players are eager to learn, and everybody's invested in trying to get better. And I think that the downside would be, I felt the first 8 weeks we were growing. We weren't able to get the production we wanted, and the last 2 weeks we fell off, and the results were poor. And the consistency that we need to get in how we compete, how we prepare every day, is going to be the focus here in the last 26 games.
Coming in mid-season is not easy for anybody. Do you feel like the players, at what point did they start really understanding and kind of coming into their own under your system?
Yeah, I thought it was about 3 weeks in. You could see what we were teaching, what we were preaching was starting to be very evident on the ice. So I felt it was around a 3-week term.
As we move in to the final stretch here, everyone knows you guys got to go on a run. You guys have talked about it. Others have talked about it. What does your team have to do to put a couple wins together and make a streak there?
Well, it's really important when you're trying to get on a run and you're trying to have success that you do things consistently every day the right way. And for us, it's about focusing on our process. There's habits and details that we expect from each other. There's trust and care that we expect from each other. And then most importantly, when it comes to actual results on the ice, it's having more grade A chances than the other team. It's having better special teams than our opponents. And then it's about having better game management than our opponents.
As you get back to Centene and start practice this week, what have you liked about getting the guys back on ice here and how they've approached things after the break's over?
The hunger and excitement back in the rink, how hard we competed day one, and the habits and details that we focused on in day two.
Winnipeg on Saturday, one of the best teams in the league, record-wise are the best team in the league. What kind of challenge does that bring, and what do you guys have to do to get a win on Saturday night?
They're really good in transition. They have 3 lines that are scoring at a high level. So our attention to detail without the puck and being able to hang on to pucks in their own end. They have a great goalie, but we expect not to see him on Saturday.
How much fun has it been to watch a couple guys represent the Blues on the world stage that is the Four Nations the last couple of weeks?
It's been fantastic, to see Benner on the big stage, getting every game. And then, Parayko has been physically dominant and just very confident like he has been as a Blue all year. And then selfishly, cheering for Army, and then the 2 assistant coaches that are here that do great work in Elliot and David Alexander, our goalie coach. It's fun to see them get rewarded for all their hard work and the opportunity to be a champion.
You talked about it the other day when you first got back to practice, but when you saw Colton Parayko drop the gloves, did you double check the TV? How did you react to seeing him kind of throw down there early on in that game?
I was really surprised. I didn't realize he was that good at fighting, surprisingly, because I'd never seen him do it before. And I knew he's a strong, he's a physically gifted athlete. So I knew he'd be able to handle himself, but he looked like he's taking lessons.
Jim Montgomery, thanks for joining us today, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.